walks up to Drew in the hallway.
No, she walks up to,
she's with
she's
Dave.
with Dave first, and she refers to Drew as her boyfriend, which I'm like, no,
that's fast.
Incorrect. He's not your boyfriend. But Dave thinks he's talking about her, and Dave thinks she's talking about him.
She's talking about him,
which is stupid.
Which makes no sense.
And then she's like, "No, Drew, did you think I meant you? What are you thinking? Get it together."
And then, oh my God, and then we're with Mr. Armstrong by his car, and he has a vanity plate that says Coach 001.
Which is hilarious.
And then Casey's attitude is bleeding into practice, and he's being a fucking asshole. And that's kind of that whole scene. And then we're with Claire, and this is when we see Robert Pattinson in her locker.
Which is hilarious.
And then... Oh, yeah, and then Eli's like, missed you last night. Was Twilight on TV?
It was good.
And then Claire's kind of like venting to Eli about her parents. And he's like, you should write about it. And I'm like, yes, Claire, turn your pain into art. And then...
I like kind of hate myself for loving them so much, but I really I'm so easily manipulated and very on board.
They were with Casey. And is he with his mom? I don't know. I just wrote down, drink your gin and it's your fault. Blah.
He's being such a dick.
I think he's talking to his mom, and she's like, he's like, you had alcohol. And she's like, it's okay. Which I do think it's weird that as like an addict has alcohol in their house, but I don't really know.
No, I mean, she's like, well, that was never my problem, but like, that's not really how that works.
That's not really how it works.
I mean, each person is different, but if you're clean, you're not supposed to drink either.
Yeah.
Like that doesn't... One usually leads to the other.
But yeah, but Casey is being like, well, I drank your gin and it's all your fault that I drank your gin, you stupid person. I'm like, this doesn't make any sense, but whatever.
But she's basically like, well, we'll let like the court decide like where you should be, I guess. Which like, yeah, that's how that should go anyway.
Yeah.
This is weird.
We're with Eli and Claire in the English class, and the teacher is forcing her to read her thing in front of the class.
Which, like, oh my God, they read aloud? Fuck
like,
that.
Fuck that forever.
No, hand it in and, like, let it go.
But it's good, and Eli is so proud / falling in love with her as soon as she's reading the thing.
So charming.
And then he's like, and then the teacher's like, that was so good. And then she's like, Eli, what did you think? And he's like, I think more people should hear it. She should read it in the students' showcase. I'm like, fucking Eli. Claire, like, did not ask for this.
Seriously. And this is when I wrote down, he is so charming in a way that's annoying and would have gotten me 10 years ago.
But then Casey is
talking to this lawyer who's cold as fuck, by the way.
Yeah, and has a chance at maybe not going with his mom.
And he's like, you're gonna need more than your group home person to like vouch for you. And Casey's like, my coach. And I'm like, you barely know this guy.
And then Mr. Armstrong is like, I barely know you. I'm just your coach. I don't think I can be your reference for this. And
which
then
is
Casey
more than appropriate.
Is so betrayed. And then he fucking keys his car like an asshole.
Like a real dick.
And then
I forgot.
I'm pretty sure.
I forgot this fashion note. Casey's wearing like an obvious Hot Topic belt. Not like a stud belt, but it's like a belt with like big metal circles
like
in the middle.
Loops.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then...
Oh, and then Alli
totally knows he did it.
Oh, yeah. But Alli, this is her like embarrassing going up to Drew in the hallway moment.
Oh, right.
Where she's like treating him like her boyfriend, and she's like, you don't want to hang out with me? And the girls around him are basically like laughing at her, which is kind of horrifying to watch.
She goes up to Drew and asks him if he wants to see Ghostbusters, and Drew's totally blowing her off, and she's like, I get it. It's intense seeing me after our makeout session at my party. And I'm like, you don't just say that. And then she's like, let's make this official. And he's like, whoa. Put it on the brakes.
Like, pump the brakes, girl. But he's like, I'm flattered. And she was like, yeah, like, thanks. And I'm like, no, that's a blow off. That's not a compliment.
Pulling the I'm busy card, even though in Allie's like, well, I don't care about that. And he's like, yeah, you will. And then he walks away.
Which, like, girl, there's no,
like, oh,
can
no.
I just say there's no one that actually likes you that's going to be like, I'm too busy.
Yeah.
Like, that's not how that works. Like,
no.
If they like you, they can be busy and they will still be like, but I still don't want you to date other people, so I will make this happen so I can see you.
Yeah.
Do not fall for I'm busy. That is garbage.
And then Claire is not into this reading. Eli is super pressuring her, like, while they're at the showcase. And then she's like, nah, dog, my mom's here. Because her piece is about, like, her parents fighting and shit. And then she's like, nope, I'm not doing it. Bye. And I'm like, that's very fair. Like,
totally fair.
Don't do that.
He should not have pressured her into that. And I like that Claire stood her ground and was like, peace out.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Casey is still spiraling.
And is manic and is like, Jenna! Like,
grabs Jenna and is
let's
like,
hitchhike to Tennessee to see your mom.
oh no. He's like, let's go to Nashville right now, see your mom. And she's like, well, first of all, my mom's in Memphis. Which I was like, cool. He does not listen, which is not a surprise. But yeah, so apparently Casey's like, let's run away. And she's like, I guess.
And then Mr. Simpson shows up and blows a spot and takes him to the office. But then we're with Drew, who's like, he's like, oh, but I do like you. I was confused by this ending scene.
I think he's just like using her for making out.
That's what I was picking up.
Yeah, no,
but
he is
music,
fully.
But did the music make it sound cuter than that?
I didn't think so. I was
I don't
like,
know, I
oh
can't
no.
remember.
I was like, no, this is obviously he's using you.
Yeah. And Drew is like, I still want to spend time with you. And she's like, oh, do you want to go to the movie? He's like, no, let's like go do stuff or something.
Yeah, he's like for sure using her.
I don't like this. And then Claire goes home and confronts her mom anyway, but like in private, which is probably better.
Absolutely better. It also would have been really like hard for her mom, like
to like
in that
hear
public
that
space.
Yeah. And then her mom kind of starts confiding in Claire, which is nice. And she's like, I promise I'll talk to your dad about what's going on. And then we're with Armstrong and Mr. Simpson because Armstrong called a meeting with Casey's mom and like the group home guy and his mom. And then they're like, if someone keyed his car, and then his mom was like, how do you fucking know it was my kid? Like his mom is showing up for him, which is nice. And she's like, oh, just because he's like the poor kid, like you think that he did it, la la la. I don't know. You have no proof. I'm like, well, it's nice that she's like being a mom for him right now, but he's still an asshole and I don't like him.
Yeah. And but she's gone like full mama bear and I'm like here for it.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, well this is great. You don't really deserve this right now, Casey, but
no.
She's still your mom and she loves you. So I don't know. And then we're with Eli and Claire, and he's like kind of apologizing for pressuring her.
Yeah, I mean that's why he came to like apologize for pressuring her and like to see if she's okay or whatever.
And then she's like, could you be more smug? And he's like, absolutely.
Yeah, which was great. Most of my notes are just this fucking hearse though.
And then he gives her his noise-canceling headphones. Did he show up at her house? Is that what's happening?
Yeah, he showed up at her house.
I'm like, oh, they're cute.
They are cute.
And then I wrote, Jesus is fucking hers.
It's hilarious.
And then with Casey, and I guess he's talking to his
also,
mom.
oh wait, and then she like touches his hand as he's like leaving, and she's like, thanks, and stuff. And I'm like, I ship this. What is happening to me? Right I hate myself.
We're falling for it, but at least we're aware that we're falling for it.
It's fine.
I don't know. Whatever.
You guys get ready. This is going to be a goddamn roller coaster.
Yeah, because I feel like I hear that shit fucking gets bananas with them. So.
I'm excited.
I don't know. And then we're with Casey, and he's with his mom. He's like, I'm scared, Mom. And I was just like, I'm sorry. I will never be invested in Casey as a character.
Me neither. Whatever. But I do want to believe his mom because I'm feeling very endeared towards her.
And I'm like, well, hopefully his mom's presence will chill him the fuck out. And that's my last note. And I think it ends with him being like, okay, I'll live with you, right?
Yeah. He's like, let's test this out, basically.
And that's the end. We're not doing YouTube comments anymore, so let's go straight into Spirit Squad Captain.
Eli?
I'm
going Claire. I'm just going Claire.
Yeah, Claire.
Straight up Claire.
Ship is obviously Claire and Eli.
Duh. It's going to be Claire and Eli apparently
Probably
for a while.
And then moral. Confront your feelings. Talk about things. I don't know. I don't fucking know.
I don't know. That sounds right.
Sure.
Grapevine.
All right. Grapevine.
We also got a tweet from My Name is Kaylee about the Daniel Clark music, and apparently he has a song in a fan video somewhere, but she does not know about an album. So can you guys just tell us if he does?
Yeah, because
what's the deal?
No one has linked us actual songs that he is saying yet. So I'm not believing it until I see it or hear it. Rather.
And then we also have another tweet from My Name is Kaylee. Saying the same as Peter, Drew was supposed to be bisexual, but that was gone back on. But don't worry, we will get our bisexual male eventually, which thank God.
Seriously.
But also, I mean, I stand by Holland's statement of he has total gay face and they should have made him bi.
Totally does. Yeah, totally should have made him bi.
And then we also have a tweet from Maddie, saying, are we going to fight about how every song on Breakaway is a damn treasure? We maybe will. I'm not super hardcore invested in that. I'm just saying that Since You've Been Gone is the best.
The best one.
The best one. I can be persuaded about some of the others, but I will listen to Since You've Been Gone 100,000 times.
I did have a brief moment where I liked Behind These Hazel Eyes.
Oh, I hate that song.
I liked it for a second, and then it was overplayed, and then I hated it. Because of You, I don't care. Those are probably the only songs that I know that are on that album.
Yeah, actually, we might have to fight about it, because Since You've Been Gone is the only good one, and I stand by that.
Yeah, I don't know.
What's the one with the music video where she's trashing his apartment? Is that Since You've Been Gone? Okay, yeah, no. Yeah. Then I definitely stand by all of this.
All right, we also have an email from Lauren, and I will just dive into it. I just discovered you lovely ladies today, and I'm so excited to get my binge on. You guys are hilarious, and I appreciate that you're serious about the show while also acknowledging how ridiculous it is. Degrassi and I go way back. I'm the same age as Emma and Manny and that whole class, so I kind of grew up alongside them. I was obsessed with that show and all of its drama. Season 5, episodes 11 and 12, The Lexicon of Love, parts 1 and 2, were especially important in my teenage development. It was the lesbian plotline between Paige and Alex, and it just so happened to coincide with my own coming out. This was before DVR, so whenever I saw that rerun in the TV lineup, I cleared my entire schedule to hole up in my room and cry, glued to the TV screen. But anyway, the original cast eventually all graduated, and I too graduated from Degrassi and real life high school, but whatever. So season 7 was the last I really watched. It wasn't until a few weeks ago that I was watching the Netflix series Slasher, which stars Jane, and I was instantly flooded with nostalgic Degrassi memories. Then I found its existence on YouTube, which was overwhelmingly fantastic, and I picked up where I left off now a solid decade later. I just finished season 10 and can't wait for you guys to get there too. I really thought I was just going to watch season 8 to get closure on all the originals and not care about any stupid new characters, but those stupid newbies slowly stole my heart in that super cheesy, melodramatic way only Degrassi can do. I'm dying for you guys to get to the introduction of Adam, the trans kid. I have a huge and inappropriate crush on him. It's inappropriate not only because I am 28 and he is 15, nope, not creepy at all, but also because he's a boy. I think it's because she, the actress, really makes a more convincing lesbian than female to male trans kid. But yeah, I'm in love with that whole plot and so proud of Degrassi for, once again, going there. In closing, thank you both for this podcast and allowing me to feel less alone in my adult Degrassi fandom. Thank you, Lauren.
Thank you. Also, I totally understand feeling like a big gross creep about being in your mid to late 20s and being like, why?
Lusting after the kids of Degrassi.
I hate myself for it because it's not for real, but I'm like, it doesn't count because they're
it's like putting yourself back in 15-year-old Kelsey's brain. Yeah, 15-year-old Holland's brain.
Exactly. 15-year-old Kelsey is weirdly super into Eli, and I'm not comfortable about it. I think he's older though, the actor. When he started the show, he was in his 20s.
Oh, I think he was 19, so yeah. I think it's okay.
Oh my god. He's not old enough to drink. Jesus Christ.
He's old enough to fuck.
Wow. Holland Baker. Oh my god.
What?
I did not expect that out of you.
I wasn't going to say it, but it just popped into my brain as a joke, and then I said it, and I don't know if it felt natural.
It didn't sound natural, but I loved it so much. Holland Baker. Allegra just came up the stairs. The look on Allegra's face right now.
I've scandalized everybody.
Really, my